Hello, everybody. This is the Earful Tower podcast. My name's Oliver G, and the annual bucket list is upon us. 2024 edition. Today in the studio, I'm with Lina Norton G, my wife. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm so great because I know every time we do a bucket list, I get a cool name, and I am currently, I think, the Stockholm Sting.
The Stockholm Sting.
But I fear I might have been demoted.
You're exactly right. You have been demoted, as has everybody else, including me, the reigning champ.
Yeah. It was a communal fail.
Definitely. And we're going to get into it, but we're not going to start on fail. We're going to start on exciting.
Yes.
2024. What you're going to hear in this episode is us and the whole entire team listing out 5 things that we want to do in Paris in 2024, and you can play along at home because this is the 2024 Earful Tower bucket list. Let's do it. Okay, so for anyone who's new around here, this all started when the Notre Dame fire happened. I really had wanted to climb up to the top and see the view from out there. And I was always like, I'll do it one day. And then when it wasn't available to do anymore, I realized you got to stop saying one day when you live in a city like Paris.
And just do it.
So me and a few friends wrote down a list of things we wanted to do. It was really fun. We all found ourselves inviting each other out. Hey, I'm going to go to...
Yeah, it became like a social thing as well.
And then I had the idea to share it publicly with the Earful Tower audience, and we've done it every year since. And it seems to be getting bigger and bigger. And last year we even got names. You were the Stockholm Sting.
I was, yeah.
So, as we said, anyone who's new around here, Lina is my wife. She's also the first lady of this podcasting company. That's your other title, isn't it?
It is.
Until today.
Oh.
When I saw you scored 0 out of 5 last year.
Was it 0? Oh, that is embarrassing.
You have become the last lady.
The last lady.
Of the Earful Tower. Really quickly. Last year you had Arc de Triomphe. Climbed the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah, didn't.
Dine at Jules Verne restaurant on the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Support a marathon runner.
I did. Who? Just I cheered and clapped.
Who?
There's a guy.
Unnamed.
Short.
Take a millinery course. Making hats.
That was close. My finger hovered over the book button.
Okay.
Yeah, it was close.
And hold an art exhibition.
Okay, that one.
It says here I might already have some plans.
I do, but they kind of been dragged out.
Okay, but I can't...
That was very ambitious.
I mean, to be fair, mine was visit the Paris Aquarium. Didn't do. Have a drink at the Serpent à Plume bar. Didn't do.
Yeah.
See the Philippe Auguste Arch entrance to the Bièvre River. I did that.
Oh, okay.
Go to Disneyland, run the Paris Marathon. Injured.
9 on 9.
Yeah. But this year, one more thing for last year is a shout out to the eternal Comte du Saint-Germain, who scored 3 out of 5, and that was enough to beat everybody else. So it was poor form, really, from everyone.
Yeah.
So this year we've dialed things back, and we've each picked 5 slightly easier things. And what we're going to do in this, what you're going to hear now, Lina and I will dissect the ones that we've chosen for ourselves, and we'll sort of gloss over the ones from the team, and then it'll all be shared on social media, on the website, in big tickable lists, and hopefully give inspiration for things to do if you come into Paris.
Yeah, a big master list.
Shall we go? We've done them both in ascending order, easiest to trickiest.
Yep.
I'll start with my number 1, then you, and then we'll...
Sure, let's do it.
And I've got a wild card.
Okay.
I'll start with a wild card.
Yeah.
I want to ride a horse.
Oh.
In Paris.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
I've never ridden a horse.
You mean like the little ponies in
No. I'm
Garden?
talking Napoleon kind of horse.
We saw Napoleon yesterday. Yeah. He is an inspired man.
I want to go to Corsica. Is my other.
And you have a penchant for hats.
I do. A penchant.
Yeah.
For hats.
Yeah.
Maybe you can help me make one.
With my millinery course from last year.
So that's my wild card. But my number 1 is quite easy. Chateau de Vincennes.
I like that one.
Where the royals used to live in the, I think, 13th, 14th century.
Because every time we go out there to the big park,
Bois de
Vincennes, or the forest of Vincennes, you see this magnificent, huge chateau And it's like,
You know what you
what is
say?
it?
You go one day.
Yeah, one day.
Well, that day's
But
coming,
no.
baby. 2024.
Not today or today.
So I'll report back on that one. Your...
I'll come with you.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Your number one is even easier than that, I'd say. It's to just visit a bar.
Yeah.
The Bar Nouveau, it's called.
And it's new,
Yeah.
fittingly, but also it's like Art Nouveau.
What I don't know, and I guess we'll figure out, is have they got old stuff?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or have they just
I just
made
keep
new
seeing,
Art Nouveau
I
stuff?
keep seeing, it just keeps popping up online for me in different places, and it looks really beautiful. And I'm intrigued. And I figured, let's start a soft start.
I think it's in the 3rd arrondissement.
Perfect.
Not far from the Musée des Archives.
Perfect.
Yes, I want to come with you for that one.
Okay, good.
My number 2 is another one I've seen a lot around. It's a restaurant, maybe a bar. I think it's both. It's called Bonnie.
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 Yeah.
And it's in the 4th arrondissement at the top of a building.
Okay.
With what
Rooftop.
Yeah. Well, not rooftop. I don't know. I don't know much about it. It's like the top floor, so you're not out exposed.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Tour d'Argent, but way higher. I'm talking 20 floors high.
Yeah.
I can always see them up there having a good time. It might be a nightclub as well. And I looked it up. I went on Google Maps, zoned in on it, found out it's called Bonnie. Price, kind of what you'd expect.
Mid to high.
Yeah, mid to high.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, €8. Does that help?
Yeah. Sort of.
That's what I saw.
It's like the Big Mac index.
Yeah. And it looked, the views look amazing. Must be the tallest building
I like
around
it.
there.
I come with you for that.
Okay,
one.
good. And the idea is this will give us things to do throughout the year. And things
Yeah,
to
it's not
share.
just for like January. This is.
Oh, no.
No.
For number 2, you have the
What did I
Grand
put?
Palais Immersif.
Yes, exactly. So this one is right by Bastille, and I know nothing about this museum. And I have to confess, I thought it was part of the Bastille Opera for like the longest time until I saw, they have their own logo and nothing is the same. And what is this? So I just want to check it out, and I'm curious. And it's called the Grand Palais.
I know. I did a bit of research. It's the so you know the Grand Palais, made famous by, of course, Mission Impossible.
But of course.
Fallout, where he jumps out of a plane and lands on them. I'm just kidding, everyone. It's made famous by everything else. They're going to hold the fencing in there in the Olympics, and Taekwondo, I think, or the judo or something.
Amazing.
Like that. But it's not open to the public. It's on a huge renovation. It's not open until 2025. But all the stuff that they store in there is being displayed in several different places, including the Grand Palais Éphémère, which is on the Champ de Mars.
Exactly, right behind the Eiffel Tower.
Yep, and then the Immersive, which is where you want to go.
Okay.
And there's another
Well,
there's
that
another
makes
place
sense.
that's out of town even.
Okay, well,
I'll come with
this
you to
one
that.
is on my list.
The next one is a true bucket list item for me. See classical music at the St. Paul Church, the
Beautiful.
Église Saint Paul.
Yes.
Anyone who's been on my Mary walking tour, I point out that every Saturday night they play Vivaldi and Pachelbel's Canon
Oh,
every
how
Saturday
sunny.
night for €20. And it's because it's every Saturday night, I'm like, I'll go next time.
I catch the next
time.
show, yeah.
And I've missed it for years in a row.
Yeah.
So true bucket list one there.
That's the perfect one. It's like, it's one of these, I'll catch the next one. I can always do it. It's perfect.
We need to get a babysitter.
Worth it.
Yeah, worth it. You've put, here we go, getting 3rd on the list, Stockholm Sting comes out again. Sting in the wallet. Drink at the Plaza Athénée.
I know.
That ain't no €8 Coca-Cola there.
No, double it.
Why
at
did
least.
you choose this?
Well, because I think it's such a classic spot, really. It's like one of the big luxury hotels in Paris. And I have never had a drink or a meal or anything really in there. I just peeked my little fuzzy head in.
Can I ask you a serious question you have to answer seriously? Is it because of Sex and the City that you...
No. I didn't even know that.
That's where she stays in Paris, I think.
Ah, okay.
I've seen
you're
there's
probably
pictures
right.
of her up on the top.
I'm sure
of
it's
the
in
Eiffel
like
Tower.
a bunch of movies. And
I'd been in one of the suites there when
That's
I interviewed Alec Lebrano.
Yeah.
And then we went down into the bar. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And
No,
had a little look around.
I'm just curious, and it's a little bit intimidating. I don't know why. It's like everything's so
That's the best
golden
kind
and
of cocktail. That's
grand.
the best cocktail to have.
Yeah.
When it's intimidating. Yeah, and it's the best thing to buy in there too, because those rooms aren't. It wouldn't be cheap.
Yeah.
Now getting a bit trickier on my list. Cooking class. I want to do a cooking class.
Ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's like one lesson.
Find your inner child.
Julia Child.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. Yeah. I want to do one of them. Whether it's for a day or whether it's for a month or not like the whole year, but I want to go and
do the 5 classic sauces, or what is it?
I don't really care about the sauces.
Yeah.
I don't know what I care about. I kind of maybe
Just
how to
wanna
make
do
some
it.
French food.
Sure. It sounds great.
French bread.
Perfect.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So
Oliver's kind of gotten into baking lately.
Got into baking.
He took a lesson from my dad last night.
did some cooking this year too from those food. They sent out food. They sent out
Not
ingredients.
sponsored.
Oh, I'm not even going to say who it's called. So I started cooking more, and I'm thinking, don't know what I'm doing.
Want to develop?
Let's see how they teach it in Paris.
It's great.
You've put, I don't know how this is number 4, Parc d'acclimatisation.
Yeah.
I pronounced
It's
it wrong.
4 because I can't pronounce it. So I was hoping I wouldn't get to that. No, just kidding. So this is sort of like a theme park.
Theme park?
A little
What,
bit.
like Disneyland?
Like low-key.
Really?
A little bit. They have rides. Everything's very like small and sweet, and also it's a beautiful park.
So to rewind, this is in the Bois de Boulogne on the other side of the city.
Yeah, exactly. So it's right next to Fondation Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
And it just looks really lovely. And I think it's a summer thing. And they have horses.
Well, now
Yeah, they have
we're
horses.
talking. Okay.
So, could combine this.
But there are actual horses in both of those big bois.
Yeah.
The big.
Yeah, they have proper
Woods.
stables, right?
Well, in the Boulogne, they have the racing. Like the proper horse
Yes.
racing. We should do that.
Now we're talking.
Okay. Let's fire through these last ones. My number 5th, I didn't know if I really wanted to put this. It's a bit of my nemesis, but there's the big balloon that goes 150 meters up over Paris.
Yeah.
In
And
the
it's
15th arrondissement.
and it's very fickle. Because
Because
when it's a little bit of wind,
It's a fickle balloon.
it's a very fickle balloon.
It's not, if there's even a breath of wind,
Yeah,
they
they're like,
cancel for the day.
And you
They
don't
shut
really
up
know.
shops.
Yeah.
They board in and they
And it could
hide.
be like 1 minute to the next, no
Yeah.
warning.
And then they put a thing out in the morning that says closed today. And we've been, I think, twice, but we didn't check the website because it's such a still day.
That's, yeah.
And I hesitated because it takes 45 minutes on the metro to get there. And I know there are a lot of people in the world sitting in the car right now on their 45-minute commute
Yeah.
thinking I'm being ridiculous. But it feels like I think it's because we've been Stockholm stung by it twice.
Probably.
But I want to go and see the view, and it's a good thing. It tests all the, it's on a string, it's not helium.
Metrology.
Meteorology.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
So it talks about the air pollution levels. So there's a reason for it, but I'm there for the views, of course.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun. Like, it's like that, what I said about the Notre Dame virtual reality thing. It's rare in Paris that you strap in for something
Definitely.
and have an experience like virtual reality or going in a balloon.
Yeah.
So it adds a dimension to the city. And that is my list. What have you got for number 5?
Okay, so this one is actually hard because it's hard to book and get a table. It's the restaurant Septime.
Oh, la, la,
And
la,
I
la,
have
la.
tried to book it, and I even tried months in advance,
Is
and
this-
it just
Why is it so
it's
popular?
just wildly.
Is it small?
I think it's Well, I don't really know. I've never been.
no.
I think it's smallish, and it's just like the best. All
Is
of
it the best
food
or is
blog.
it hyped?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess we'll see if I manage to snag a table.
I tried to snag a table when we did the arrondissement countdown
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And it was like, this booked 4 months in
Yeah,
advance.
exactly.
Which alarm bells go off for me. I don't like
Yeah.
to...
I know.
I don't know.
You don't like to book in
Yeah,
advance.
I think it's probably
Yeah.
some trauma or something.
But it's good. It's like a good bucket. If you have a bucket list for the year, I figure I have time. Surely
Okay.
I can snag a table within a year.
And I'm just going by guesswork here, but do you think this is high end, low end? I'm leaning towards this being a high end restaurant.
I think so, but I don't think it's like crazy prices. I think
Okay.
it's just really good.
Well, the whole point of it is to find out as we go.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. I like that. There are 5. Last year we both got 1 out of 5.
Yeah,
We have to
Bit
get
of a
5 out
sizzle.
of 5 this year. We have to.
yeah. Oh no,
I-
I'm pumped.
Yeah,
it's gonna
I'm pumped
happen.
too. Now, what we've done is we've got 5 items from Hannah, Augusta, Amber, Press, and Charlotte.
Okay.
So
Should we read them out?
We can't read all of them out because it would take too long.
Okay, let's pick a few.
We'll
then.
see what jumps out at us. So Hannah, who does the Montmartre tours, I liked that she wants to go see a movie at the Grand Rex.
That's the one that jumped out of me as well, because I want to do that, you know?
I mean, it's a classic old cinema in the 2nd and 10th arrondissement, or 9th maybe, right there in the corner of
She
it.
also has on her number 4, go for a swim at the Piscine Molitor.
That's tricky though.
That is tricky. Because you need to be a member or invited by a member or something like that.
Yeah. Or you have to have a Netflix show that you're the star of, and they'll let you film there for the day. Emily
But
in
I
Paris.
like it.
She also has a tender fashion show at Fashion Week, which has been on my bucket list forever. Good list, Hannah. So Hannah does the Friday afternoon Montmartre tours. Some of you surely have met her. Augusta, the photographer. Now, she's the newest to Paris of everyone on this list, I think. And it's reflected in her list, which is good, because everyone at home might be new to Paris too.
Yeah.
One of them go to the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh,
Easy.
yeah.
A lot of people will have done it.
Well, surprising, a lot of people living in Paris have not done it. So
True.
it's, yeah.
I remember a
quite
taxi driver,
representative.
a Parisian taxi driver, who said he'd never been up, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
She has one that I've done that's really good. Ride a boat through all the canal locks on the Canal Saint-Martin. That's totally worth it.
I remember that. That was
I
nice.
did it for her birthday once.
Yeah.
Got all my friends together. We were 4 of us in the boat. She also has, incidentally, see classical music at the Sainte-Chapelle. So she was there. It was me and her that went to see it when it was empty that time. So she's been in it empty, but she wants to go back
Yes.
for classical music.
Feels inspired.
Good idea. Amber, who's a regular voice on the show and does the Louvre tours. I thought she was going to do all museums. In fact, she suggested that she would, but she seems to have taken a swerve away from it. And one that I can heartily recommend is Climb to the Top of the Pantheon. The views from up there, totally worth it.
Nice.
She wants to go to the Montparnasse Cemetery.
Oh, and then she also wanted to take a cooking class to learn the secret of French sauces.
I think I was inspired by her for that one. And here's a good one. She wants to go to the Louvre Lens, which is outside of Paris, but it's like I think it's like the little sister museum to the Louvre.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it's up in the north of France.
Okay.
And she's even got some Space Invader stuff in there too, but I'll leave that for people reading.
Eclectic.
Yes, eclectic. Press Maxon. He has an interesting mix. He also failed last year miserably. Shout out to everyone else who failed last
But
year.
also, it's very hard for him because he doesn't live in Paris.
He wanted to be part of it, Lena. He
It's
was
on
here
him.
for the Christmas party. One of his that's an unusual one. See the Chopin Museum, a very small museum that's only accessible through the Bibliothèque Polonaise.
Oh, okay.
That's fun. Press, I'll come with you to that one
So
if you
that
want.
would be on Ile Saint Louis.
I think so.
Maybe?
Yeah, I think so. There's a Polonaise something
cool.
there.
Yeah.
Also, Marie Curie used to live on the Ile Saint Louis. How about that? And we'll finish with Charlotte. And she had one of the most obvious ones. Attend a game at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games.
Oh, but of course.
That's also on my list, for sure.
I should have had that.
I'm going to do the public shout out right now. If anyone has extra tickets and you don't know who to sell them to or give them to or bequeath, I will take them.
You will be the bequeathee.
I missed getting my own tickets. There's someone out there who said they'd sell me some tickets and I said I'd buy them. But look, I'm interested.
Oh, yeah.
I'm interested. She's also put the Notre Dame virtual reality and the Richelieu library that we mentioned on the show.
Nice.
last
Good
year.
choices.
And here's this one. She wants to go to. She got a finger on the pulse, Charlotte. She does a lot of the website stuff, putting the blog posts up, and she does tours as well. So I'm not surprised she got the finger on the pulse of Paris.
No, of course.
But she put get a drink at the Bar de Maillet d'Argent. Maillet d'Argent. This rooftop bar that only opened in 2023 is part of Tour d'Argent's renovation.
Oh.
Up the top of the Tour d'Argent.
Oh. Did we see it?
We didn't go up.
Oh.
Did you not even know it was there?
Oops.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
So that's a good idea. Maybe if she goes on the same day that we go to the Bonnie restaurant,
Yeah,
we
we
could
can
wave
do like
across
more
the river.
signals. Yeah.
Just like in
In
Napoleon. Okay, so the idea with this list is, of course, that you folks at home will be able to see it as a great big list of whatever that totals, 30 or 40 things. And you can tick off, even if you're not coming to Paris this year, you can just have it as a fun little checklist. Oh, I've done 5 of them. I'd love to do this. Otherwise, you can play with us. You've got until the end of the year to try and tick them all off.
Yeah.
One year, there was a guy who did all of them. He came to Paris for a while. Do you remember? We met him at an event.
I do, yes.
We met him and he'd done...
That was amazing.
all but one. And he's like, tomorrow night I'm going to go and spend the night in the Sacré-Cœur.
Yes, that's right.
Where you have to pray for an hour to pay for your bed, basically. And he was going to do it. And then I never heard from him again.
He's still there.
That says something.
He's still there.
He became a monk.
Yeah.
It could have happened.
You never know.
Shout out if that was you. Another shout out goes to the Patreon members who sent in some of their own. They send in some of their own recommendations of things that they want to do, their own bucket list this year. So I'm just going to have a quick look at that. And while I'm pulling it up here, I want to put a shout out. You can now sign up on Patreon for free. And believe this, if you will, people at home. Lina, my own wife and my biggest supporter, it took 6 years of me having a Patreon.
I need a lot of convincing.
She's the first lady of the company, and she signed up as a free member yesterday. What's going on there, by the way?
No comment.
No comment.
No
So you can
comment.
sign up for free and keep an eye on some of the things. I put up a post of my favorite bakeries in Paris just to test out the free feature.
It's cool. I liked it.
Did you?
Yeah.
And then thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And then, of course, if you become a member for $10 a month, you can unlock all sorts of bonus things, including join this conversation where Catherine Siegel says she wants to go to the Van Gogh site in Auvers.
You talked about that too.
I almost added that to my list. She wants to do a bunch of things outside of town.
Okay.
Vol-le-Vicomte, for example.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Rod Blake has shared his draft list, which suggests he's going to toggle it.
Okay.
But he wants to have a cocktail also on a rooftop, the Perchoir Marais,
Nice.
the Musée Gainsbourg.
Ah, which will open.
It's been threatening to open for a very long time. And there's a whole lot more there. If you're interested in joining the conversation as a Earful Tower member, patreon.com/the Earful Tower. If you don't have the cash to spend or to spare, sign up for free. If you don't want to sign up to something for free, here's what I'll leave with you. Leave a review of the podcast.
Nice.
The podcast has had 938 reviews. My goal this year is to get to 1,000. So I'll do a proper push for it at some point. But if only 72 of you would do it.
Oh, those 72.
Is that what it was, the math right there?
I don't know. I didn't even.
62.
Oh,
62 will do.
Drop 10.
On that note, Lina, the challenge is on.
Yep.
You could finish the list first and become the Stockholm Sting anew.
I think I will.
Or it could be me becoming the Nordic Napoleon. Come up with a better list, a better name.
Yeah, that wasn't very good.
But hopefully we'll be able to share all this fun stuff with you throughout the year. We love doing the bucket lists. If you've got some contributions, send them in or try and do your own list for Paris this year. Or as some other people have done, do it for the city you live in. I won't forget that guy that first reached out and said he lives in Portland, but him and his friends started making their own list for Portland. So
I
they
love
could,
that.
Yeah, do the same thing.
Yeah, it
from
makes
Portland
it
to
makes
Perth.
so much sense.
Doesn't
It's
need
great.
to be Paris.
Exactly.
We'll leave you with that. Happy New Year to all.
Yeah, happy 2024.
And happy bucket listing. Merci beaucoup and au revoir.
Bye.